think I just need to do my float stinger fight the normal way, but just count shots to know exactly how much I can afford to spend on the final boss. Because you will end up with a surplus, but how much depends on whether you get like an 11 or a 12.
Cheryl? Is that Cheryl?
Like when I start the game and then restart it and start the timer when I begin a new run, that is to buffer the first load so it loads slightly quicker. There is no reason to do that other than just consistent split timing because it doesn't actually affect the in-game timer. It's just annoying to start her on with +1 because I got a slightly longer load. There's no other function to that, it just bothers me. I mean, anyone else can do it, but like that's one of the reasons you see like massive fluctuations from people using the disc version when they don't do that. And disc-based loads cause it to swing by upwards of like 5 seconds because that's the power of pre-caching your loads. Whereas in my case, it's just something I do because having +1 slightly annoys me. Because that's how much difference it makes on PSTV. It's 1 fucking second.
What's going on here?
The time I spend resetting over it is, like, arguably not remotely worth it, but I do it anyway, because fuck you. Thank you, game, for dropping that input.
What's that?
Check in Twitter.
Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio?
People be posting whacker photos on my timeline.
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
I don't get to play whacker. Because I'm British. We don't get fun things like that. Fun only exists in America. You know, I don't know how long this has been a thing, but when I ordered my bathroom scale... bathroom scale, singular. I noticed I'd gained an option to request that they deliver it on a specific day. Only they called it Amazon Day delivery for some reason, which is, like, that's just scheduled, mate. That's just scheduled delivery. Which is great for me, because Amazon, despite all of their many, like, Ruby Goldberg-style human suffering things, where you can get, like, a spatula delivered to you in under 24 hours, despite that being completely unnecessary, the one thing they've always seemed to not be able to do is timing. Once again, speed is not important. Timing is important. Because Amazon has historically had this incredibly hilarious habit of never, ever, 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 ever delivering while I'm in the house. It never happens. They've never once managed to do it. any other parcel carrier will manage to deliver to me while I'm in the house. Like, everyone else, like, usually turns up around, like, 2 or something. But Amazon, for some reason, insists on trying to deliver it at, like, 8 PM when I've already left the fucking house. Because I work night shift, so I'm just never around to pick that shit up. And there is no option to say, hey, don't deliver this at 8 PM. Because I won't fucking be here. Like, for some reason, that's one thing that Amazon has never been able to do, and I don't get why. Because, like, other people let you do that. Other websites. Like, I think I ordered a monitor off of, like, a random... Just sort of like a random UK tech retailer, and their shipping options included time. Like, not even just date, time. Open the door, dipshit. Hi, Pathonicus. I was like, well, cool. Date and time. Nice one, game. Whereas Amazon only lets you do day. And it's like, well, Sunday is fine, because I will at least be in the house on a Sunday, but... Why do they not allow time? Why is that not a thing they seem able to do? Why is that, like, the one thing? They can get shit delivered to you in, like, a singular day. Which, if it's something they can fit through the letterbox, that's very convenient. But if it's anything that requires me to actually, like, you know, physically pick up the parcel and then take it into the house because it doesn't fit through the letterbox, then... It being here in one day is fucking useless to me, because what's going to happen is I'm not going to be able to get it, they're going to deliver it to a random neighbour, and I'm going to spend 3 days minimum trying to get my parcel off that neighbour, because for some reason people in this street have this fascinating habit of accepting my mail and then disappearing. I've still got a parcel I'm trying to get off some random dude on my street. He ended up with it 4 days ago. I went to his house, like, the day I got the thing saying, oh, it's been delivered to a different address. Went over, knocked on his fucking door at like 4 PM, wasn't there. It's like, where the fuck, like, you were here 2 hours ago to pick up my parcel, so you just picked up my parcel and left? Like, what are you doing at 4 PM? So, like, the next day, you know, like, before I go to bed, because I go to bed at wacky hours, because night shift, it's like 7 AM, when people are sort of awake-ish. Knockety knock. No one's there. It's like, how is no one here? Where is this person? If they're not in at 4, and they're not in at 7, when are they in? Because, like, that's afternoon and morning, respectively. I just deliver to a random other house? Yeah. If I can't pick up the parcel, they just leave it with a neighbour. That's the general level of trust that England operates on. And believe it or not, this is usually fine. I've literally never had anyone steal my parcel by doing that. Even though I don't like that. I mean, shit, like, one of the times when I got monitors delivered twice at one point. I wasn't here to accept the delivery the first time, like, one of the first times I ended up buying another monitor. It just ended up with my neighbor. Fuck you, game. That was 1 pixel out. Suck a dick. Fuck's sake. That was like a £200 monitor, and my neighbor just sort of took it and was like... Hell, I remember I got back at 2 AM, and when I got in, I guess my neighbor noticed that I'd come in, and then came over and knocked on my door and was like, by the way, your monitor's here. And I was like, oh, sick. I was like, 2 AM? I was expecting at least to wait until the next day to go over and, like, pick it up. But still, this is the root cause of my mail being delivered to the wrong place is just that they never deliver it when I'm in. If I could pick time, this would be fine. Because I know when I'm in. I have a schedule. I have a routine. But Amazon refuses to deliver at anything other than like 6 to 8 PM. And it's like, well, no shit that I wasn't around to pick up the fucking parcel. You stupid bastards. That 4 was from the stupid fucking piano. Sucks. I'm still getting mail for some person who doesn't live here anymore. It all goes into the trash. I don't give a shit. The weirdest piece of mail I've gotten so far is when I actually still don't really know what to do with it. I just got a check in the mail from, like, a utility company. Like, I don't even think it's my utility company. There's nothing else in this mail. Like, there's nothing else in this letterbox, in this letter. There's just a fucking check. There was actually nothing else in the envelope. And I have no idea why. It's not like a big check, it's like £16. Like, big fucking whoop. It's like, what the fuck is this check? What is this for? And historically, I'm way too lazy to ever actually physically go to the bank to cash it anyway. I actually have a couple of checks that I haven't cashed. Like, do checks have an expiry date? Because, like, I'm pretty sure I've got a check that I got given as a birthday gift and just never got around to cashing. Which sounds terrible, I'm sure, but it'd be like that. I don't live remotely near a bank is the issue. I would have to walk like 40 minutes to do it, which is like not really convenient, so I just kind of don't. Massive problem with living slightly out of the town square, I guess. I'm not really inconvenient walking distance to anything, like, significant. I can see the check from here, actually. I can see it's 16 quid 23 pence. That specific amount. Yeah, small town distance. It's a small town. I'm just not sure what it's for. I do not know why I have been sent a cheque for £16 and 23 pence from a utility company. I don't know why. Like, is that their way of refunding me for like an over credit or something? Because just fucking keep it in the balance or something. I don't give a shit. But they've overcharged me. They also haven't bothered to actually inform me of, like, why. So it's just a mysterious check. For a very low amount of money. Among other checks I have not counted because I'm super lazy. £16.23 is the approximate amount it cost me to get a Japanese copy of Fatal Frame 2. Which, by the way, I have a Japanese copy of Fatal Frame 2 now. Just throwing that out there. I don't think I'm ever actually going to use it, but I have it on the shelf. I just wanted it on the shelf. It bothers me to have a game that I have played but don't actually own. Perhaps they're trying to sub to my channel and are confused about how it works. Instead of subbing to my channel, how about you don't charge me for water? That would truly save me money. Like, dude, if I didn't have to pay for utilities, my overhead would be so fucking low, I probably actually could do streaming as a full-time gig. What a universe that would be. Be really dark. Fuck! That door is sucks! I mean, my overhead is sometimes really dark anyway, because the light bulbs in this place like to explode at random. I've replaced quite a lot of light bulbs in this house. There are a couple I am not fucking bothering with, though. There's like one behind a glass fucking panel. Fuck that. Do it yourself. I don't know what it is about this place that makes the light bulbs shit themselves every so often. There's never any other electronic that has any issues, it's just light bulbs seem to die in this place, and I'm not really sure why. Like, logical explanations would include, like, the wrong kind of light bulb, / using one that's, like, too high a wattage. Do I keep the lights on at night? No. That would be silly. Also, it's night right now, so like... I mean, I guess. If you mean while I'm sleeping, no. It's morning. What the fuck do I need lights for? Actually, on that note, my bedroom has, like, proper blackout curtains now. Like, proper blackout curtains. I know I said this a while back, I put, like, blackout sheets on, which is, like, I essentially, like, duct tape a plastic sheet to my fucking window. Which did great at blocking the light, so I got better sleep now. But now that I have combined a horrible plastic sheet that makes my bedroom look like a meth lab, along with proper blackout curtains, that room is now dark as fuck! Consequently, my sleeping has been awesome lately. I've been waking, over the past, like, I'd say, like, 2 weeks, I've been waking up about 20 minutes before my alarm goes off extremely consistently. And it's like, feeling... When I wake up, like, a little bit before my alarm goes off, I feel extremely powerful. Doesn't last that long, because, you know, still a narcoleptic. But getting out of bed has proven much easier. It's an improvement. I feel better. It helps on the weekends, especially. Because usually my sleeping pattern gets, like, completely fucking destroyed by weekends. Because I don't, like, force myself out of bed because I ain't going to work, and it's like... That's bad. For narcolepsy especially, that's bad. You allow yourself to drift off back to sleep, that's bad. Like, it's bad when you don't have narcolepsy. When you do have narcolepsy, a short, like, oh, 5 more minutes becomes 5 hours. I wish that was an exaggeration. I've done that. I've done that before. It sucks. It sounds great. Oh, look, I took such a fucking long sleep. Slept an extra 5 fucking hours. What will actually happen is that will screw me up for, like, 2 days. I have skipped streaming on weekends a non-trivial number of times precisely because I have accidentally, like, narcolepsy sleeped for, like, 15 hours. And have woken up feeling like I'm about to die. Because I have become, like, sleep drunk from sleeping too long, and also I'm now starving because I have overslept by so much that I am now deficient. So the end result is that I feel fucking terrible, and it takes, like, a good, like, 2 days to bounce back from that. And it's really, really easy to do by accident. You end up in this sort of, like, blurry state. It kind of sucks ass. I am becoming acutely familiar with the sensation of being stuck between consciousness and unconsciousness. Which, unfortunately, in that state, I'm not conscious enough to do anything about it. But I'm conscious enough to remember it. Usually in the context of, oh fuck, it's now like 8 PM and I've been sleeping the whole day. Holy shit, I feel like trash. Later, Suika. Have fun at work? Question mark. Good luck. What do you say to that? I don't know what people can do in that state. I just sort of flail around and nothing feels exactly real. And this is almost immediately followed by me crashing back out for like 5 to 6 hours. I've gotten better at, like, not doing that, because when I do accidentally, like, waste that much time, it, like, irreversibly screws up my weekend.
What's this?
That's actually one of the reasons I like going to the arcade. As funny as that may sound, because having a reason to get out of bed, having a distinct, scheduled reason that is time-sensitive to get out of bed, aids me in actually, like, being like, no, wait, fuck this state. I need to get out of bed. Like, that sort of thing, you know? If I have a scheduled reason to get out of bed, it seems to actually just make it easier for me to just do it. Even though that's, like, kind of stupid, but nevertheless.
Was I dreaming?
Whereas if I'm just sort of, like, not doing anything particularly time-sensitive, it's like, whatever. I can go back to bed for another half an hour, it doesn't matter. You know, it's a weekend, whatever, I'll have a lie-in. Not with narcolepsy, doesn't work like that. I will not just nap for 30 minutes, I will nap for half the day. Like, I cannot lay in. I cannot do it. Thus, I have become one of those, like, freaky mutant people who wakes up at the same time on weekends as they do during the actual week. Because I cannot just, like, catch an extra hour of sleep on the weekend. It does not happen. If I attempt to catch, like, a little bit of extra sleep because I feel like, I'm still a bit tired, I'll go back to sleep, what'll happen is I'll wake up 6 hours later. And I will be really pissed off about it. Like, fortunately, I've never done that on a working day. I would have a lot to answer for. If I accidentally pulled, like, one of my 15-hour fucking naps on a day where I have work. But work tends to be that pressing sort of like, oh shit, get out of bed thing. Whereas I've overslept for work, like, twice. In, like, 2.5 years, so whatever. Yes! First try. It's a problem for you. It really does suck though. Like, I have to be very vigilant and careful about it to rise and sleep at roughly the same times every day, because if I'm not, like, very, very attentive with it, it'll spiral out of fucking control and I will go comatose. Which, like, I keep golding that. Which, at fucking, like, best results in me, like, losing a day. And that's annoying. At worst, it can actually, like, give me health problems. Like, starving. Nope, skip cutscene. Let's count. 3. 4. Fuck. 5. 6. That was too early. 7. 8. 9. 10. 10 is fine. That gives me, 4 and 6, right? Weird angle. That will give me 10 leftover bullets, so that will give me 4 and 6. I'm pretty sure that's right. If I'm off by 1 on that, 3 and 5 is actually still playable, but being wrong on that would kind of suck. Yeah, I didn't bleed time on that this time, so yeah, no. I don't know what this low kill shit I'm trying to do. That's not worth it. It's hard to go below 9. It's, like, arguably not even worth it. What's the RNG? Okay. Pass. Punk. Yeah, I guess one of the few nice things about UFOing as a category is that it doesn't have a final boss. You don't have to do head math. You have to count your ammos. Yeah. I'm surprised that worked, honestly. And that's 4 out of 4, bitch. Goodbye. Hey, Kodesh. So, man, streaming big tonight. The Orclon raid is powerful as fuck. Give me the numbers. 3 emotes are indeed banned because I don't like them. Fuck, too early. They are banned because they produce chatting that I find undesirable. And I feel like it's fairly obvious why if you think about it for like longer than 2 seconds. I mean, I can explain it if you like. I might as well. I dislike Kappa because it results in people saying just rude shit and putting Kappa at the end of it as like a sarcasm marker.
Pretend I'm not here. Wish good luck in runs.
Hi, Jaws. Thank you for the 10 months. I'm not pretending you're not here. You're here. You're definitely here. Yeah, I have Kappa banned because people use it as a sarcasm marker, and on the internet that tends to result in that kind of like over-familiar, playful rudeness. Like, aha, your run is garbage, Kappa, and it's like... Can you don't? Shall we not? Etc. PJ Salt is banned for more or less the same reason, but because salt, etc. And Bible Thump's probably the weirdest one, but I just don't like it. I admit I don't really have a cogent explanation for that one, I just don't like Bible Thump. Like, it's slightly annoying, just like, you know, when a run dies, people will just post Bibble Thump, and it's like, I don't want to see a row of crying faces when I lose a run. Like, that's always been one of the reactions I find the most annoying when it comes to, like, runs on the Twitch. Is like the very like emotional chat reactions to losing a run, like the all caps no crying face emojis and etc, and it's like, bruh, it's not that big a deal. This has happened before. It'll happen again. Like, I will be mad when I lose a run, probably. But the sort of over-emotional, like, chat reactions are unnecessary. Dog. Okay, that's clever. Well done, teddy bear. Bible. The bells thump. It's funny that I'm talking about, like, emotional attachment to a run being excessive. Especially right now. Because, hey, don't know if you've noticed, but this pace is actually pretty good. Good one. That was fucking... He followed me down the stairs. That was something. It's never over until it's over, though. And this is that's happening. Okay. And like, while I submit this pace is good, it's not the greatest pace in the world. It looks better than it is because I haven't done Good Plus in a while. But it is a pretty good pace. Oh, the dog's actually spawned for once. How nice of them to pay me a visit. Hi, Hino. Right, there's still, like, a lot of things that can totally fuck the run up from this point. I bet you anything I counted bullets wrong and I'm gonna die on the last boss. If that happens, that will be, like, the worst way to lose a run. But that is a thing that can happen. It's Good Plus. Or I could lose 2 seconds to the boat run. Well, I did get blocked by the weird guy, so... I guess it's not too unusual. Fucking hell, that dog is really out for it. Dog giving me shit. To try Good Plus, it's basically any percent for like 90% of it. Like, the major thing you have to do with Good Plus is you actually have to count bullets. Like, keep fucking track of your ammo count. It's very important. If you keep track of your ammo count, you can play the last boss safe. If you don't, you have to YOLO. And the YOLO strategy is extremely risky. Like, I think... I was looking at Aaron's, like, run, and he survived getting lightning blasted, which was kind of impressive. Because normally, if you get lightning blasted, you die. Like, he had enough health left at the end of the game to, like, to eat that hit. I probably do too, actually, but... this is a pretty good run. And that's because he went for the 6-shot kill. Yeah, Good Plus is the flying boss, which is consistent on Good Plus now, actually, because of Out of Bounds. You save ammo. Like, here's what you can do, Jaws. If you pick up the extra box of ammo in the room with the canister, like the one you have to go into for the Good Plus side quest, if you pick up that box and then just dump ammo on the final boss, you will always win. There is no way to fail with that strategy. It is foolproof. The thing is just that picking up that box loses 3 seconds. If you care about saving the 3 seconds, I do. You then have to count bullets to make sure you play the final boss exactly right. If you pick up extra bullets, you don't have to think about it, and you can just, like, mindlessly hammer it. Wide turn, suck my dick. Alright, this is me still, like, counting bullets in order to play safe at the end, instead of, like, going for the YOLO 6-shot kill. Because the YOLO 6-shot kill is risky. It's also not actually any faster than counting. It's simpler than counting, but it's not faster. Like, as it, the key fight is Float Stinger, and my fight was a 10-shot, so... That, in theory, leaves me with 10 bullets, therefore, my shot pattern should be 4 and 6. If I've counted that off by 1, I can get away with it. If I've counted that off by 2, I'm dead. That's possible? I had a 9 this stream. Going for the 9-shot is profoundly not worth it, for what it's worth. But you can do it. You spend those 2 bullets. Like, that is factored into my decision, I think. Because I had a 9-shot, and I had 11 left at the end of the game. Therefore, a 10-shot should leave me with 10 left at the end of the game. If you space your shots out more, you can get lower shot kills. That's the key. If you spend less time, more time between shots, you'll get fewer shots. But it's important to find the right balance. If you try and go like too low, you're wasting time. But if you try and go too fast, you're wasting bullets. Because like Nermat did the research recently and found that the way Float Stinger works is that when you hit them, they gain damage reduction that reduces over a period of about 3 seconds. And that's why, like, rapid firing doesn't work. Because, like, if you rapid fire, most of your shots will not do any damage. But if you pace your shots, they'll do more damage. Like, that's the reason, it turns out. It's damage reduction. Not quite invincibility, but damage reduction. Which means the longer you wait between shots, the more damage you do up to a certain point. That's why that fight seems very auto-scrollery. There's really only, like, so fast one can do it. The rare dodge worked. That's rare. But it means that, in theory, if your shots are spaced perfectly, you can get, like, a 6-shot kill. The odds of you doing that as a person are super low. But you can do it. Whoops. I mashed too hard. One, two, three, four, drug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes! The counting was correct. Math! I lost time at the end there because I was trying to ban that guy in the chat, but it was a cutscene, so it didn't actually matter. That's gotta be a PB. If nothing else, that's gotta be a PB. That was, like, pretty good. Like, I think the 4 seconds at the end is misleading. Because, I banned a dude during a cutscene. I sacrificed RTA to ban someone. Hey, Stonecore Dragon. This, by the way, I'm -10 right now. Although, first try out of bounds saves... Oh, controller falling off table. Saves... It doesn't save 9 seconds. It looks like it does, but like some of that is load time, so it doesn't save as much as it looks. This has potential to be record is the thing, because I'm about 10 seconds off of the record, and this is -10. Like, this actually does have fairly legit potential to be rekky. At the very least, I'm pretty sure that, with any luck, that should at the bare fucking minimum reclaim second place. Right, let's review this run real quick. The start was shit. That normal score is booty. The Void Walk, good. Float Stinger, fine. Resort, pretty good. Boat Run, not great. Finale, I think this split is misleading, but, like, it's probably okay. It's probably, like, not great, but okay. The first time in my stream, well, you might have just come in at the end of it because it's been about 3 hours, and if this is, like, a good run, then I'm probably just gonna call it there. Yeah, OB was first try. My PB was not first try bound for quite a while, actually. If you can fucking believe that. That's the spice!